Yeah, just got back from our Fullerton Riverside trip back out to California. Thought two really good games for us. Yeah, it's been a busy 3 weeks, maybe 4, if I really added them up. Um, I think Fullerton played really well. I thought defensively they were big, long, athletic, really physical. We got down 15 in that game. We got it back to 3 multiple times with opportunities. It just missed opportunities. I think defensively we were good for most of the game. Maybe had a couple breakdowns, but opportunities were there for us on the offensive side of the floor, whether it was finishing around zone 1, open threes, or making free throws. There was opportunities there for us to get over that hump that we were trying to get past in that second half. But again, 15-point deficit, opportunity there. We just didn't take advantage of it. You fast forward then you got Riverside next. A similar, two different teams. Riverside's guards are smaller, but really, really talented. And again, I thought we did a lot of good things defensively throughout. We had some breakdowns like you'll have during a game. But starting that second half just did not come out the way we needed to. And they built that, I took a timeout, I think, once we got down 14. I wish I maybe would have taken it after they got us down 12. That was kind of, when I look back at it, I would have maybe. But either way, there's got to be some growth and figuring it out on the court. And you got down 17, and then you fight all the way back to get it, I think, within 3 again. And we shot it better that game. I think offensively in the second half, from about the 14-minute mark on, I thought we were really good. We outscored them, I think, 33-22 in that stretch to finish a game when we got down 17. But again, you're down 17 on the road against a team that's got really good guards like that, and it was really difficult. The difference in that game was we got it handed to us on the glass. I don't know if minus 20 was accurate. I think we did it. I think it was minus 16. But either way, the points off, second chance points, that's been something that's been really good for us in our favor most nights, along with points in the paint. And it just wasn't that night. And our activity points that we keep track of for both nights were at our 2 lowest that we had. And why is that? Well, it's a good question. I think the biggest thing with this game, these games, were it kind of mimicked a little bit of what a conference road trip looks like. You're playing 2 teams on their home floor, and a little fatigue. Who knows what it was, but it's something that we can't let happen as the season goes on. We got to learn from it, because we should have been a team over both those games that we're the better rebounding team, and we just didn't do that, especially against Riverside. So that part of it was disappointing, but excited to be back. It's nice to have a couple practice days leading up to Portland. Portland's going to give us a great look, because they're an awfully good team. They're big. They can really shoot it. They present a lot of problems. So this will be a great test for us. They've really got a good team. So we got a lot of work to do this week.
They didn't turn into wins, but what do those comeback attempts tell you about the team that you have?
Well, I think we felt this. I mean, it felt a little bit like our Arkansas trip. We were resilient that weekend as well. I think rebounding didn't cost us as much in that game, because we were the better rebounding team in those games, and I just felt like but we still had to come back from deficits against New Orleans and Eastern, and here we are, just bigger deficits. And I love our resiliency, but we've got to be tougher throughout 40 minutes and not give up those leads, or not give up that kind of deficit to get back. But it's a group that I think always feels like they're in the game and always feels like they have a chance. But we can't. We got to be better at things like making free throws. We got to be better at rebounding the ball, and then doing our job on the offensive boards to give us some second opportunities. And we had one offensive rebound they didn't give us credit for against Riverside, where I think Trey ended up making a 3. And that was the ball that got kicked out to about half court, and we ended up passing it ahead to Trey for a quick 3. But outside of that, we didn't really give ourselves second chances. Riverside did an awesome job of keeping guys like Amar and T and BJ and Elijah, all these guys that have been doing a really good job getting us second chance points. We didn't get any, and other than those 3. So we got to be better at that.
What are you guys talking about heading into Portland game?
It's about us right now. Right now it's about us. I think offensively it's continuing to let the ball find you. Let the ball move. When we cut hard, when we play well without the ball, when we space the floor, and then we play with good pace, guys that are a little more focused from the other team, I think can get lost a little bit more offensively, and it provides opportunities for them that are a little more in the flow of what we're doing. And I thought we did that at times over the weekend really, really well. And then at times we stood, we watched, and then we took tougher shots. And so we've got to continue to improve offensively so we're more consistent for 40 minutes of that. Cleaning up some mistakes, and then defensively continuing to grow. I thought we competed defensively, both teams. I think we kept both teams. I think Fullerton maybe down to 41% from the field for the game. I think Riverside was right around 39% for the game. So we got to keep building us defensively, because I think it's an area where guarding threes, I think now teams are they're making fewer than 6 made threes a game. And if we can get that number down to close to 5 or under, that's advantageous for us. So there's things we got to continue to work on. And then, get back to our identity rebounding. We've been a +6 team, and we didn't show that against Riverside.
Mar's been starting for a couple weeks, but what went into the decision to switch him, put him in the lineup?
Biggest thing was his production. We needed to get him more minutes on the floor, and that means we've been playing T at a 4 more. But I would say that he's shooting 70% from the field. He's getting 2+ offensive rebounds, almost 3 offensive rebounds a game. He's rebounding the ball on the defensive side really well. He gives us a big physical presence post defense wise, as does Brian. But his activity numbers and his ability to really have an impact on the glass and then finishing at a high percentage are 2 reasons why he's playing more.